Welcome to Tech Bytes and News, your daily roundup of articles featured in Hacker News. Today, we're diving deep into Keymapper, a seriously impressive cross-platform, context-aware key remapper. It's amazing.
Whoa, context-aware? That sounds powerful. What exactly does that mean in this context?
Exactly. It means you can remap keys differently depending on the application you're using, the window title, even the operating system. Think of it as having multiple custom keyboard layouts on the fly. Incredible, right?
I see. So instead of a global key remap, it's more granular? Like, I could map caps lock to backspace in my browser, but keep it as caps lock in my code editor?
Precisely. And it goes even further. You can use regular expressions for context matching, making it incredibly flexible. You can even use mouse buttons and the scroll wheel in your mappings.
Wow! That's a game changer for productivity. How does the configuration work? Is it complicated?
Not at all. It uses a simple configuration file, mostly lines like input greater than output. For example, caps lock greater than backspace would swap those two keys. Parentheses for simultaneous key presses, curly braces for holding one key while pressing another. It's very intuitive once you get the hang of it.
So it's basically a powerful scripting language for your keyboard? Neat. What about cross-platform compatibility? Does it work on Windows, Mac OS, and Linux?
Absolutely. That's one of its best features. You write your configuration once, and it works across all three major operating systems. Fantastic, isn't it? The only caveat is that some features, like device-specific context awareness on Windows, require a virtual device driver.
A virtual device driver? Oh, that sounds a bit more involved. Is it difficult to set up?
It's not overly complex, but it does add an extra step. The documentation mentions interception, but there's a known bug, so it's not recommended unless absolutely necessary. The good news is that most users won't need it.
Okay, good to know. So what about installation? Is it a straightforward process?
Pretty much. For Linux, there are pre-built packages and AUR support. On Mac OS, there's a homebrew formula. And for Windows, you can use Wing It or Chocolatey or download an installer. It's designed to be user-friendly.
This sounds incredibly useful for power users and developers. What about the community support? Is there a vibrant community around this project?
The GitHub repo shows a healthy level of activity, with regular updates and a responsive maintainer. There are also links to example configurations, which are incredibly helpful for getting started. Very impressive overall.
I'm definitely going to check this out. Thanks for highlighting Keymapper. It seems like a must-have tool for anyone who wants to customize their keyboard experience.
You're very welcome. And remember, you can find all the details, including installation instructions and a comprehensive guide to the configuration file, on the GitHub repository. And that's all the time we have for today's Tech Bytes and News. Thanks for listening, and have a great day. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.